Welcome to Crown Lily Events card making tutorial. We're going to learn how to make this beautiful card today. Hello everyone. Some of you may recall that I had posted my craft room and some cards that I did, and I had lots of requests of people wanting to know where I got stuff. I had lots of requests of people wanting to know how I did the cards, and I had lots of requests for information about the puzzle I was doing. I am still working on it. It's a 2,000 piece puzzle. I am not quarantined, like I also said. I am an essential employee, so I don't get to spend 10, 14, 3 months, whatever this quarantine is going to be, in my craft room. There was also a lot of questions about the foil quill and all that stuff. So forgive me, this is my first video that I've ever done making a card, and I'm using my husband's camera, and he ran away with my laptop, so I had to readjust this so I could use his computer, because his computer is all big and fancy, but it doesn't have Bluetooth like my laptop. How many of you have a husband that steals stuff from you? So the foil quill is from We Are Memory Keepers. Okay, it's not a Cricut product. It's this little guy right here. So this is one of them. What you want to do is you plug this in to like a USB on your laptop. If you have a Cricut, like the Cricut Explorer, the Cricut Maker, that has the USB port, you can plug it into that and it will work. But if you still have your warranty on your Cricut, don't do that until your warranty is expired. Otherwise, this voids the warranty, since this is not a Cricut product. So there's lots of different ones. So there's actually different sizes. And today, so there's 3 different sizes. You have the fine tip, which is the pink one, and then you have the medium tip, which is the aqua one, and then the navy one is a thick tip. So I already have this all plugged in. When you use these, you want them to be about warm up for about 5 minutes or so, and you can see that this is not on these. So this is the adapter, so it can fit the Cricut machine. There's also one for the Silhouette and the Brother, I think is what they make, and then they have one more, and I can't remember what machine it is, but I use Cricut, and this is a Cricut Craft Reach, so there you go. So I already have this warming up. You let it warm up for about 5 minutes. You do have to get the foil quill foil. So you can get this at Joann's, you can get it at Michael's, you can get it at Hobby Lobby, and they come in lots of different colors, as you can see. There's like greens and blues, pinks and reds, oranges, and then there's like the metallic one. So these ones are just pre-cut sheets, so they make it a little bit easier. They also come in these rolls, so you can add them to your vinyl rolls. And then you can just cut these in to whatever size you want. They also do have, can you tell, like the foil quill? They also do have freestyle pens. So like if you had a bigger project that your Cricut can't fit, or you wanted to just do your own design, then there you go. You can do freestyle. So that is the foil quill. They also, so we'll go over once I get to that step of how to use the foil quill. So today I posted this card, and I'm just going to walk through how I made this card. I actually have this uploaded on Design Space. Link will be included with the post. So go to your Cricut Design Space. You can go to your Cricut Design Space and you'll find this lovely project of the Happy Birthday Bouquet flower card, made by me, Stephanie Svedin. That's how you say my last name is Svedin. You're going to go ahead and make it. I already have this actually open in the Design Space, ready to go. So you'll see here all the different pages. I cut everything already so that you don't have to watch my machine cut, except I wanted to show you how to do the foil quill part. So this is the foil quill piece that we'll have to do. So there's 2 different ways that you can put this on the mat. So here you can put it on your Cricut mat. You can put it on your Cricut mat right here. All you do is you just take some tape. We Are Memory Keepers does make like tape for the foil quill. It's just washi tape or scotch tape, whatever you want to get. So for this one, I just used scotch tape, just a nice little roll of scotch tape, so that I don't have to go through washi tape to do that. So make sure that it's very firm down. So that's what you do, and as you can see on my screen, that I had already readjusted where I wanted the item so that it was going to cut exactly where I have this foil already. And you're going to want to have it off-centered. You're not going to want to have it on the corner. The other thing that you can do is We Are Memory Keepers does make this magnetic mat. So you can just magnet in place. It's not recommended to cut on it. I did try it to see if it would do anything. So it does leave a mark in there. I don't know if eventually that would start affecting the mat because I haven't done it a lot. So the mat's not made for cutting. It's just made like if you just put the paper down and put your foil quill on. Okay, so using the foil quill, you're actually, this little pen point where you put all your pens, you're actually going to just pop that out. And then that is where this is going to go. Make sure it's all the way down there. And what comes with your foil quill is this little guy to protect your machine from melting while it's sitting in there. Make sure before you put your mat in that you do remove that. Make sure also the cord is lifted out of the way. Like I said, I'm kind of confined to my husband's desktop computer right now. So we're going to go ahead, you're going to load it just like you would with all your other Cricut projects. And then we're going to hit the go. And you're going to have it draw just like you would if you were using your pen. Okay, so now we're going to put it together. So as you can see, that once you remove that foil, you get kind of a little sheen. And that goes like that. Alright. I always just get my good old 8.5 by 11 paper from Michaels. And then I love the We Are Memory Keepers cutting boards. Because I basically just chuck this into 5.5. And then that cuts my paper perfectly in half. And then that's how big I make my cards. They fit the standard size card envelopes that you can just get from Michaels. They're like an everyday value. So they're just these size, so like the size of a card. And I meant that those boards come with this nifty little tool so that you can make that beautiful pressed line. So I just fold it in half. And then I push it down with this nifty little tool. And then you have your card. At least the base for your card. So what you should have is you should have 2 smaller leaves and 2 larger leaves. Then you should have 2 in kind of a green color. It's a little different from that card because I wanted the green to be a little bit more vibrant. And you should have 2, so it should be 2 kind of smaller ones, 2 a little bit bigger ones, and whatever colors you want to do. You should have 1 of the base. Then you should have 1 Happy Birthday. This one, you can see I thought it was going to be cute if I added the little line around it like that. So it is a little bit different than the card that I originally made. So I added that little line, so that is on the project now. You can go delete it if you don't like it, that's fine. And then you should have a set of the flower. So I got these set of little brads that they are little buttons. This project, for the original card I used a medium size, but I used that on all of them, so I ran out of that size. So I'm going to go with a little bit larger one. So for the flower, to make it pop like that, I take this little tool. I can't even think of what it's called, but it has the little sliver, and you can't really see that very well, but it has a little kind of slice in it, so you can put the paper straight through it, and then you just roll it. And I didn't want this to be like too pushed out, so then I just kind of put it back, so it just gives it a nice little curl. And especially since this has white on the other side. So if you use a double-sided one and you want to put more curl, go for it. It's your card. And then you just keep doing that with all 3 pieces. But I went ahead and did that already on a different one. So go ahead, and what you're going to do is you're going to line up the holes already there in the center. I just put them a little bit off center like they would be on a real flower. And then put your brad in that center hole. This one's a little bigger, so it's going to be picture green. And then there is your flower. So I am not very particular about my glue. I do find that that good old disappearing purple that I don't know if when you were in school, like I remember when it came out, and people had the disappearing purple, and it was like a status thing to have the purple one. But this stuff actually works pretty awesome for holding stuff on. So make sure when you're gluing, you get those corners, and then press it onto your card. Okay, so you have a nice little border. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the happy birthday and put that on there. So I put mine just a little bit like third, and then almost right to the edge, so I have enough room for all those flowers. Next part is up to you of how you would like to arrange your card. So you can just lay it out. You can do the same thing I did, where I just did a big and a little, and a big and a little, and then just make sure that they're close enough that they're going to be under the flower. Okay, next you are going to take the lovely green, blue, whatever color you want to do. This aqua color is what I did. I always keep scrap paper on hand. Make sure when you are taking this off the mat though, if you don't have like these are like to break while you try to take them off the mat. They are a little finicky, but they're so cute, so I find them worth it. You may not, which is fine. Just bring extra ones of those, whatever you want to do. So go ahead and place that wherever you want it. You do not have to copy the card that I did. Feel free to make it your own. That is what I love about crafting and cards. People were asking me how I come up with my cards, and I know it's silly. Or maybe it's not silly. I don't know. Maybe some of you are like this, like to do cards too. A lot of times it's the paper that actually will kind of inspire me. I also like to go through Pinterest and put several ideas together. And then I kind of work from there. But yeah, I'll like be at Michael's. So Michael's is like in walking distance of me. It's not good. It's awesome, but it's not good for the bank account. Actually, we lived in Texas, and in Texas, there was this one shopping center. We don't currently live in Texas. There was this one shopping center that had Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and the dollar store all in the same shopping center. It was a little piece of heaven, And that's probably what I miss. I do not miss the hot boiling soup being dumped on you throughout the summer. But and I don't miss the bugs. Who here is from Texas or lives in Texas? I definitely do not miss the bugs, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. The week that we were moving back to Utah, so that's where I live. I live in Utah now. And the week that we were moving back, I was a nanny at the time, and a bee flew into the car and stung me, and then we were like doing car work stuff, or work on the car so that it would be ready to make the long drive, and mosquitoes attacked us, which mosquitoes hate me, like they do not bite me. When I was looking at what needed to be done on the car, I stepped in a fire ant pile. So I was like, I'm done. I am so done with Texas. And it was in August, and so you're already like sweating up a storm. Those who live in the South totally understand chiggers and mosquitoes and fire ants. So for the flower, to attach the flower, I use these glue spots. You can also just use hot glue. You don't have to be anything fancy. They have ones that pop up too. So if you wanted to add a little bit more dimension, then I stick that on the card. So that's just how I put together the card so that it's all ready to go. Send it to your friends, send it to your family, whoever you want, or just keep it for yourself. Either one. You can be like me and just have a gazillion boxes of cards that just sit there, and your husband goes, why do you keep making cards? And I think it's fun and relaxing, especially since for my job, I am law enforcement. So you need a stress release because of the stuff that we get to deal with. So there you go. Have fun making the card. Please feel free to let me know if you'd like to know any techniques or anything like that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it wasn't too crazy. Like I said, first time making the video. Happy crafting! Thanks for joining me today and learning how to make some cards. I figured I would show you some of these other cards that I have. If you enjoyed this video and would like more, please comment on either a specific card that you would like to know how to make, or even if there's just a technique that you would like to learn, please let me know, and I will be happy to make some more videos of showing you how to make these cards that I make.